Hey everybody, it's Becky and I'm back today with a new type of video for me. If you noticed last month I did the Kidding Around Crafts for Kids video, how to make your own DIY pumpkin spider, and that's a theme I would like to continue with different crafts you can do with kids. So with that in mind, this month I have paired with Oriental Trading Company, which if you don't know, it's a website that sells really neat wholesale crafts, and they have beading supplies and scrapbooking supplies and teacher supplies, party things, pretty much anything you can imagine. And I actually contacted them to have some kind of a partnership because I have shopped with them for years, long before we homeschooled, just, you know, to look for different types of crafts for my kids, Halloween costumes, they even have those. They have pretty much everything you can imagine, and you know, being a wholesale company, there's a lot you can usually get, you know, packs of 10, 12, 24, 46, so it's really good for birthday parties. And the things that they have there are just really, really creative crafts and things that I hadn't found anywhere else. And about 6 years ago, I used to plan the craft for Fazoli's, which is an Italian restaurant. I think it's in most of the country. I don't know if it's in the western states or not, but they have what's called a kids night, so they would do a craft, and they actually asked me to plan the craft for them, and that's where I got all the crafts from, was from Oriental Trading Company. So they're really high quality. They all come with instructions or individually packaged. So it's really good for teachers if you're in a classroom setting. So definitely check them out if you haven't yet. The video, I'm going to show you what we made. It's a 3D reindeer stable, which we made. It's super cute, and it came, you know, with all the pieces we needed. So in this video, you're going to see little bits and pieces of the process of how we made them. Enjoy the video. So one of the really great things about Oriental Trading Company is how they package everything. And I haven't opened this yet, but when you get it in the mail, everything's bagged up like this. And it tells you, you know, if you're not ready to use it and you're going to keep it kind of sealed up for a while, it's nice to have this little tag because it tells you what's inside. I mean, you could look at it and kind of guess, yeah, it's a Christmas craft. But if you look at the tag, it tells you what craft it is exactly. It's just a nice way to keep track of what's really inside the bag. And so I will cut this open and show you what each individual bag looks like. Okay, so I opened the bag, the big bag, and each, there's a whole bunch of these individual little bags inside, which has all the parts that you're going to need. Most of the craft kits already are these self-adhesive stickers, so you don't usually have to use a lot of glue, which is nice, especially if you're working with young kids. So it's got everything you need in the bag, and then it's got instructions. So for some of the kids that can read, they can follow along on the instructions, and if they can't read, it still has a picture to show what it's going to look like when it's finished. Now, a lot of kids will still move things where they don't necessarily, you know, where the instructions don't necessarily tell them to put them, but it gives them a guideline of the wreath goes there, the candy canes go there, and it kind of shows them where to put things. Another nice thing they do is they usually include a little bag of extra pieces. That way if somebody loses their pom-pom nose or different things like that, or some other stickers, it usually has these little bags to help to finish a project if they've lost a piece. So that's another really great thing. So the next thing I'm going to do is set up the camera, and my girls are going to work on these, and I'll kind of try to film them in the process of putting it together and then show you the finished product. So this is the finished product. I think they turned out really cute. This one is my 4-year-old's and this one is my 10-year-old. So with the 4-year-old, I just went ahead and put the walls together for her and glued them a little bit, and then she stuck everything else on herself. And then my 10-year-old did mostly all of it herself. I did help her with the walls. That was the hardest part. But everything else, except even the roof actually has some adhesive on the inside, so you can stick it to the walls. But all the pieces except for the noses are self-adhesive, so there was not much gluing involved once we got the walls put together, and I think it turned out really cute. Oriental Trading Company has tons of projects like this. They don't have, you know, there's more than just Christmas. They have all different kinds of crafts that come pre-packaged, and so they're great for just doing crafts at home with your kids, but also for parties and classrooms and things like that. So I hope you found this helpful. Check out orientaltradingcompany.com if you haven't already and see all the things they have to offer, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.